Yo, what up? It's your boy P. In the whip. Today we talking about this dude named Briscoe Cain threatening Beto O'Rourke, a potential presidential candidate, with threat of his AR to be used on this guy, right? This is about these Houston debates that we saw. The Democrats, and I guess just the fervor behind it is just so at a pitch that these white supremacists are going insane. They jumping off the deep end, jumping into territory of white supremacist gangs. That was the main point of this. I want to touch on that because anybody sitting up talking about they're going to use weapons of destruction and killing against federal type people, lawmakers, politicians, anything of that stripe, it's synonymous with white supremacist gangs. But one thing on my channel I want y'all to just keep in the forefront of your brain is that we're in a white supremacist regime, and inside of that regime is a cop, militia, fed complex. This is a federal type of thing, or at least O'Rourke is looking at it like, look, man, this is a threat on my life. And it's a style of threat that you hear from all these white supremacist gangs and militias and so forth and so on that the feds say they got a problem with by way of their threats on feds. And that style of animus, right? So this is something to look at. I want to see what they do with this guy. But this guy, Briscoe Cain, over these Houston debates, he put out a little tweet talking about, my AR is ready for you, right? Because the issue is they're starting this mandatory buyback, or O'Rourke is pushing for this mandatory buyback of mass murdering style weapons, which I told you they're not ever going to put a ban on these weapons. So it makes the whole conversation move from the jump. Okay, so for them to continue with the theater of it and be, my AR is waiting for you, oh, everybody, gun control, for them to continue with the theater of it is a bunch of tomfoolery that they doing. Okay, so it's really not much for us to put any level of self into, but we have to watch the schematic that they're putting behind it, and the different schematics and the different links they're willing to go to behind it, just so we can keep a bead on. That's white supremacy right there. Okay, we need to be on the lookout for that type of nuance and that type of crazed nuance behind what they do. Okay, because it says it doesn't really set a precedent for anybody else to follow up behind their nonsense with the equal kind of nonsense, right? But in some cases it does. All right. So I want y'all to just always have a beat on certain things. So like I said, this mandatory gun buyback is what they're trying to push for. It's not gonna go into effect. It's not gonna probably happen. Just dealing with Texas, it ain't gonna happen. There's so many ARs around as well. There's so many mass murdering style weapons that these white skinned individuals have unlimited access to, no background check. It's a private market for it and a public market for it. The sellers don't enforce the laws when it comes to being a white-skinned person showing up asking to buy one of these guns. So it's it. The code is in place. The code is in place over the law in terms of gun buying in America, period. White skin. Look, you white skin, I'm white skin too. That code is already in place above the law. They're already above the law. Okay? But back to this Briscoe Cain, just watch this character. He's sitting up threatening somebody. Alright, so what come out of this threat is what we need to be thoughtful of and mindful of. Alright? I'm going to be watching it and seeing what's up. I told you I was going to keep an eye on these Houston debates. I've peeped a few nuances of it, a few aspects of it. They had the issue with the guy Biden and him going back and forth. They're trying to make it seem like he's being, kind of like he's out of the game, basically, or he's out of it. They're trying to make him seem like he's kind of like a senile kind of guy. All kind of little things is happening at this point, but it's all adding to the theater, right, of this presidential process that we're looking at with the Democrats. It's a part of the Democratic back and forth that they've set up. Let me cut on some AC. Can't come up on my test today. It's just one of them days. Whoops, phone kind of fell. We back. We got it down a precarious kind of place. I'm being in the car sweating like a slave. It's already hot to a degree out here. It's Texas. Let me do this real quick, y'all. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to zoom in. It's asking me, do I want to zoom in? You can't zoom in or zoom out of this mode. Yeah, I ain't trying to do that. Okay. I think we back. I have to just hold it in place. But yeah. So, saw kind of theater going on behind this aspect of the Democrats. They got to make it a big show with the Democrats. They got to make it into a big show because that's all they got. They're not really going to win this thing. They're not going to win this thing. All they got is the show. And all the people's hopes of gun snatching, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Mass murdering, weapon style or not, it's not going to happen. All this caping for the immigrants, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. They had this issue with the Hurricane Dorian not too long ago. And shout out to everybody who's been affected by that. If you are, of ADOS lineage and you on America's mainland and that's affected you in any way, people out there in Florida, anybody, y'all, I send y'all a bit of my strength. My strength go out to y'all, you know what I mean? I'm saying that's a lot of destruction. But Trump was like, man, look, the Bahamas, all you people trying to come to the Bahamas, come from the Bahamas to America, you're not going to get no kind of asylum. Remember what I told you about Mexico and America's relationship, okay? Now, that's just a little bit of that Mexico-America relationship showing up. They let Mexicans hit the border and be granted asylum. All you have to do to be granted asylum in America, like I told you, is just make it to the border or cross the border and you're granted asylum. That's law, okay? They like, look, you Bahamians, you come over here, your black behind ain't no asylum. Ain't no asylum. We don't got no type of treaty with you. We don't got no agreement with your black behind. So it's interesting. I want to look and see what my Bahamian flag brothers and sisters got to say about it this week. I can't think of anybody can think of any coons off top that be talking that, you ADOS, y'all need to get it together. Get it together. We need to get it together. All right. Trump don't like you. Y'all got bigger worries. And to be telling us what we need to be doing about some reparations, what we need to be doing about some of our culture here and our tribe and xenophobia and all this mess that y'all talk. I'm finna make me a xenophobia shirt. I want y'all to indulge in that shit. Talking all this, we're against y'all. Y'all got bigger enemies that y'all need to check, or else get out of our face talking about we're your problem, because we're far from it. We've done nothing but lay out red carpet and sprinkles and fanfare and sparkles for y'all. Don't play. Don't act like it's been something pressing that we've done to y'all. We've done nothing but do good for all these non-ADOS black groups. But that's a different story. But just peep it out. Like, the Republican Party, they're not changing their ways of doing things. They probably gonna win this thing. I always put it like that. But it don't matter. They not coming with no black agenda. Bill Weld, Trump, they're not coming with no black agenda. So I'm not trying to hear their mouth. We got a course to see with these reparations. We got a course to see with our tangibles, and a course to see managing our politics in a way that when we get some white supremacists sitting up in their ear talking about, oh, my AR is ready for you, dude. My ACP is ready for you, dude. Talking whatever they want to talk. My Mac 11's ready for you, dude. Whatever they want to talk. So where our politicians don't fold and start shaking and quaking. You understand? This is why I speak about pro-black lobbyism. I mean, and undergirding our politicians, showing them, giving them our moral support, but also sowing into our politics. All right? But that's what I want to touch on real quick. This guy, Briscoe Cain, they're not going to do anything with this. I say today. Damn, it's day like a motherfucker. Y'all can see it's clearly day. It's a Saturday. I'm out in a different part of the world right now. I'm actually out here doing babysitting duties, man. It's not even babysitting. It's some younger people that I like to watch anyway. I like to, keep an eye on them anyway from time to time, see what they up to from time to time, and I ain't seen them in a little bit. This is out where the good people stay, boy. The people that are wanting me to watch these youngsters, they in a new situation in life, boy. There's something else going on out there, boy. I'm out here with the mask on. I'm glad I'm parked in a place where, somebody was to run up and, I can kind of see all angles, like, what y'all think this is? What y'all think? Y'all gonna try to harass me? Look, I'm doing it live. I'm doing it live right now. Motherfuckers and police have run up on my live while I'm doing the cast. I should say, not a live. People have run up on my cast. The police have run up on my cast before. Y'all have seen this. Yeah. Out in public and whatnot. And at different meeting and conference spaces. But yeah, y'all. Hope that's a nice little visual. Hope y'all can see me. So y'all can see all the tattoos. Damn. Saying, damn. Saying, this shit on a little. On a little low. The league low. Homie. But yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. It's touching down. I'm going to get at y'all. Probably, I'll try to get at y'all tomorrow if I can. If I can. I don't make no promises because I don't know how long this is going to... I don't know what this kind of headache going to look like dealing with these individuals of mine. But, I'm gonna get at y'all.